Jesus Christ. What? What? Oh, shit.
Mr. GreenBerg or counsel, any thoughts at this time about the punch and the charge? I know you pleaded not guilty. Anything you want to say for yourself at this point?
You could direct the microphones my way.
Is there anything you can say?
Well, I've just gotten the case, or this investigation is beginning, but I can make a few remarks. Mr. GreenBerg is a 28-year-old man. He was using the library at UC Berkeley to study. He has a clean record. I realize that many people observing this case are interested in constitutional freedom. And I would remind that one important constitutional freedom is the presumption of innocence, due process of law, due process in a courtroom, not on social media or the internet. With those remarks, I have no further comments at this time. Thank you very much.
Was he a student at? He was using the library. Is he a student?
He is not a student at UC Berkeley. He is a student elsewhere.
Can you say, was he a former either doctoral researcher or some kind of employee at Cal prior to the current status?
I do not know the answer to that at this time.
And what can you tell us about this motion? Why you wanted it sealed? Why you wanted the probable cause statement sealed?
Not at this time.
Okay. Any other? I mean, obviously this was caught on video, widely spread.
Did Hayden, incite your client? Is this going to be like a self-defense or heat of passion? We're talking about 192, but was he incited to do what he allegedly did, and is that a defense?
It would be premature for me to answer a question like this about the substance of the case at this time. I've just received the evidence from the DA 5 minutes ago.
And
Thank you very much.
Can you describe the character of your client, of Zachary?
Remember this viral video? It shows conservative activist Hayden Williams being punched in the face at UC Berkeley while working at a Turning Point USA event last year. The attacker, Zachary GreenBerg, was arrested and released on bail. And now he's facing more charges for stabbing a bicyclist just last week. Hayden Williams says if his case were taken seriously, the latest attack could have been avoided. And he joins us now. Hayden, welcome to the show, and thank you so much for being here. So first and foremost, remind us of the assault against you at UC Berkeley.
Well, as you said, I was helping a conservative group table on campus, and out of nowhere, this guy comes up to our table and starts cursing at us, and right in that moment, I pulled out my phone and started recording, and he flipped over our table and then started ripping my phone out of my hands, and fortunately, some students walking to class were seeing what was going on, and they recorded as well, so we had ample footage of what happened that day.
So now you have the same individual, Zachary GreenBerg, being arrested again for a stabbing and released again on a $35,000 bail. What is the message here about consequences for actions, Hayden, or lack thereof, I should say?
Right. Well, when these people aren't held accountable for their actions, then they get the message that what they're doing is okay. And obviously, because the DA in Alameda County set on this case, and it's 16 months out and there's still no indictment, he got the message that this is okay, and he's stabbed somebody now, and I'm just wondering, what's next?
Yeah, well, what is next? Have you spoken to the DA's office or gotten any feedback from them as to what's going to happen here?
They haven't really seemed interested. The last time we spoke, they kind of referred to this as a playground fight, and it was anything but that. It was an unprovoked, vicious attack, and thankfully it was caught on video. And this guy that he has attacked most recently, he's a father, And I hope that justice gets served for all the victims of Zachary Greenberg.
Yeah, and is there any sort of trial that could be coming? I mean, it just seems viewers I know are watching this saying there has to be some recourse for people that face violence like this and then get no answers.
I mean, it's crucial that there's a fair trial and a speedy trial. And
Yeah.
as you said, he's out on bail again. And this guy's a threat to the public. You know, he's clearly violent. And it's up to the courts to hold him accountable for his actions so that he knows and people like him know that this sort of behavior won't be tolerated.
Well, Hayden, thank you so much for being here. We're glad you're doing well. And obviously something needs to be done here in the name of prevention so that things like this don't happen over and over again. Thanks so much as always.
All right. Thank you.